I'm going to say that again. 1.5 million doubloonies for a backup? Come on, man. What are we doing? When you committed and signed to Ohio State, you knew what the quarterback room was going to be like. That's where all the questions are starting to arise in the situation. And you can't deny it. They're good questions and legitimate questions. Right, there we go. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas, everyone. Just want to drop by and say thank you for spending our Christmas with us on the Matt Be Great channel. We really do feel like one big, huge, and gigantic family. And I know, trust me, I get it 10,000%. We get on each other's nerves. I call you an idiot. I call you a nerd. You call me delusional. You say I'm stupid. But hey, that's what families do. We're like the McAllisters. We're like the Griswolds, whoever you want to throw in there. But at the end of the day, we all come together on Christmas. We celebrate. Put all of our disagreements aside, and we try to enjoy this day. On a serious note, thank you for everything y'all have done, and just thank you for spending our Christmas with us. That's all I know to say without being too corny, sappy, and whatnot. Secondly, I do apologize I haven't been uploading as much, and I do apologize this video is going up later than what I wanted it to. I've been sick the past 5 days, and I feel like I've said that every single video, but that's what's happened. I've been sick, and today I felt pretty bad. I thought I was starting to feel better yesterday, late last night. Woke up this morning all throughout the day, not so well, or not so good. Hopefully, I get over this by when's the second round of the playoffs? The 1st and the 31st. Hopefully, we feel better by then. Many more things I could say. Merry Christmas. Hope all of y'all had a great Christmas break. Hope all of you continue to have a great Christmas break. And yeah, let's get into a video. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. It's very suiting that we say that because it is actually the day of Christmas. You're going to be seeing this video later in the day, so number one, I hope all of you had a great Christmas. And number two, I still hope you're having a great Christmas night. Like they say, it is the most wonderful time of the year, and let me know in the comment section, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch a lot of Christmas movies this year because, as most of you may or may not know, your boy Matt has been sick, and I am still under the weather. But even with me being sick, you already know I had to watch National Lampoon's Christmas and Home Alone 1 and Home Alone 2. You got to. Those are a must. And I would love to continue to talk Christmas with you guys, but a lot of you are just here for the football content, so here's the last thing I'm going to say. I was talking to one of my buddies last night, and what got brought up in conversation was that Christmas snowfall from 2010 in northern Alabama. I'll never forget as a kid waking up that morning in 2010. To give you some context, your boy Matt was 10 years old, and if you ever want to know how old I am, I age with the years. What I mean by that is if it's 2024, that means I'm 24. That was the most Christmassy Christmas of all time. I hope some of y'all remember that, and another reason I bring it up is let me know in the comment section, when was your last white Christmas? I'm going to look through the comments like I always do, and we're going to react to them in some videos later this week, so be on the lookout for that. And I'm just really intrigued to see what you guys got to say. And thank you to every single one of you that is spending your Christmas day with us, our channel, and our community. It means a lot, and I hope you enjoy. Getting all that out the way, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got to talk about some football stuff. And we got not one, not two, but three huge topics to go over in today's Christmas special video. Topic number one is the Auburn Tigers. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. The Auburn Tigers, they have landed the #1 wide receiver in the transfer portal. Topic number two is Missouri just paid $1.5 million for Penn State's backup quarterback? Or let me throw this disclaimer in there. That's according to some reports I've seen in the past couple of days. And last but not least, this goes without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, is the main topic. Ohio State's quarterback is leaving to go to South Carolina? What in the world's going on? An Ohio State quarterback going to South Carolina. Man, oh man, times have changed. More than safe to say it's going to be a jam-packed video. Strap in, buckle up, get you a snack, get you popcorn, get your favorite meal you like to eat when you watch a video, because trust me, I do the same thing, but I'm mad, blah, blah, shit, crap, out, I do. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, we all know the Auburn Tigers, not a very good football team. However, that's not stopping them from getting very good players. I don't know how Hugh Freeze convinced the showman to go there while I say that I low-key forgot NIL is playing a huge factor because you already know they're giving him at least $1 million. Auburn just landed the best wide receiver in all the transfer portal, Eric Singleton. I guess it should make more sense now that I remember NIL is a huge factor in all this. But outside of him getting a nice little bag, him going to Auburn, it just doesn't make any sense. This most recent season, Auburn couldn't throw the ball to save their life. To go on top of that, it's looking like presumably Jackson Arnold's going to be your starting quarterback. Well, he's not the greatest thrower I've ever seen either. We know what Hugh Freeze is about to do. He's about to transition this into a running football team with a running quarterback. And if I was in Eric Singleton Jr.'s shoes, not to say that Auburn's a bad fit, but knowing I could go anywhere, how in the world do I end up at Auburn? It may work out and Auburn fans may point laugh at me this time next year, but you also got to figure, wouldn't he want to go to a winning football team? Let's think about it, right? Number one, Auburn has a quarterback that's going to be running the ball a lot next year, which means he's not going to get a lot of targets. Two, they already have a star wide receiver in Cam Coleman, who was already kind of upset this year he wasn't getting his targeted as much as he felt like until later in the season. And three, Auburn's not good. This is one of those head-scratcher moves. Maybe Hugh Freeze sold him on a dream. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I would love to talk about that some more, but moving along here to our second topic, Missouri? They got the bag? I didn't know Missouri had money like this. My apologies, Mizzou. I wasn't familiar with their game. They just gave Penn State's backup quarterback, Bo Pribula, $1.5 million. I'm going to say that again. $1.5 million doubloonies? For a backup? Come on, man. What are we doing? Since when is a backup quarterback worth $1.5 million doubloons? Wild times, we live in wild times. And look, I get it. I know a quarterback is the most important piece to the puzzle, and you're going to have to pay top dollar. But a backup that hasn't proven himself? 1.5 doubloons? I can't speak for you, but I can most certainly speak for myself. That isn't just a little bit. That is a lot of bit crazy. And this is what I'm talking about right here. This is a perfect comment. All that money for a maybe? What the F is wrong with this sport? And that's what I'm talking about, man. You don't even know if it's going to work out. I understand giving Drew Aller, the starting quarterback for Penn State, if he were to transfer, which isn't going to happen, $1.5 million, Quinn Ewers, anybody like that, a proven winner and starter. But a backup, you don't even know if it's going to work out. I'm happy for the kid and all, but good gosh almighty, Missouri, they got fleeced. I am not paying $1.5 million for Mr. Bo Pribula, backup quarterback for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Not happening. I'd say at max, I'm giving them $600K to $650. That's max. And I didn't even bring this up. This is Missouri dollars, by the way. Missouri. Congrats to Bo Pribula. Sounds like a great deal to him. He's pretty much guaranteed the starting spot because Missouri has too much skin in the game, and that's really a different video for a different day. That's the problem with giving guys in the portal millions of dollars, is because you are now invested in them, so you feel obligated to start them. Many more things I could say about that, but moving along to the main topic of the main encore, main reason you clicked onto this video. What in the world is going on with Ohio State and South Kakalaki? Believe it or not, Ohio State's very prestigious at one point in time 5-star quarterback Aaron Nolan is transferring to go to, drumroll please, act like I did a drum roll, South Kakalaki. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. Mr. Aaron Nolan is transferring to South Carolina. But here's where things get interesting, because they already got a quarterback that goes by the name of Lenore Sellers, and he's one of the best quarterbacks in the SEC. So how's that going to play out? That's what everybody's asking. But wait a minute. Hold on. Here's where things get 3 times more interesting if they weren't interesting enough. News came out yesterday that South Carolina just signed a new deal with their current quarterback, Lenore Sellers, and his evaluation is right at $2.5 million. And I already know what some people are saying, and it's a great argument. Matt, what's the big deal? Lenore Sellers, he's going to be there, and Aaron Nolan, whenever he gets there, he's going to learn under him. And yeah, that's fine. I understand that. Here's where the real questions come into play for this now former 5-star Ohio State quarterback. So you mean to tell me you left Ohio State because you weren't playing and you didn't want to be a backup, so you could be a backup at South Carolina and you're not going to play? You see what I'm saying? One more time. Aaron Nolan, he liked Ohio State, but is leaving because he doesn't want to be a backup. So he's now going to be a backup at South Carolina. That's where all the questions are starting to arise in the situation. And you can't deny they're good questions and legitimate questions. I have heard reports that South Carolina also gave him some NIL money, which is insane when you think about it, because they're giving their starter money and their backup. Here's what I think happened and is currently happening. Aaron Nolan seems like a smart young man. He knows he's got a better chance in the long run to be the starting quarterback at South Carolina than he does at Ohio State. At Ohio State, like it is every single year, that quarterback room is going to be a gauntlet. He quite literally couldn't get any playing time at all this year. I think he was, the 3rd or 4th string? He might have been the 4th. The guy was not going to see the field no matter what, and it seems like Ryan Day's quarterback of the future is Julian Sayin. At least that's how I perceive it. Whereas if you go to South Carolina, sure, you're not going to start right away, but number one, and this is the most important thing that we don't talk about enough, is he's going to get developed. That system Shane Beamer's got going on there, it worked with Lenore Sellers, and I think it's going to work with Aaron Nolan. He'll get to learn, he'll be a backup, and hey, Let's not act like Lenore Sellers was healthy this entire season, because he wasn't. He might play. To go on top of that, whenever Sellers leaves, he's not going to have to compete with 4 and 5 stars left and right. It's going to be his job. I think that's what's going on here, but at the same time, I also go back to this. When you committed and signed to Ohio State, you knew what the quarterback room was going to be like. But you know how kids are, they change their minds every other day, and I guess he just wanted to get there for himself and see it in person. Great pickup for Shane Beamer. Not too many coaches out there can say they got a 5-star backup quarterback. Many more things I could say. I want it off here. I'm curious. Let me know your thoughts and all this down below. But,